Hello and welcome all into the MO podcast. As always, you're here with me, Consummation San.
And me, Atreya.
And today we are going to be continuing our journey on the Nightmares Before Christmas. And on the fourth day of the Nightmares Before Christmas, my true love gave to me a reality star murderer. Now,
Think I know this one.
yeah, so before everyone gets excited, I may have gone a little bit too big on the reality star bit.
I said it all along. Cilla Black, right? She had something crazy in her eyes. There was something about her. I don't know. Our Graham,
Okay.
have you heard of him since Blind Date went? Cilla? Our Graham?
That's it. She buried all them secrets, didn't she?
She did.
So I'm sure Kim Kardashian has skeletons in a closet, and in fairness, anyone who wants to go on a reality TV program has issues. But this particular star featured on the US version of Wife Swap. Now, for those of you that don't know what Wife Swap is, well done, because it's fucking horrible.
It's the most bizarre thing ever, isn't it? Like, how much do you hate your wife to have to want to swap her on live TV?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, get rid. And not even, you can't even, like, sex the other one up. Anyway.
But what happens if the wife that you get swapped with is really so much better than your actual wife? How does that leave you when you get your real wife back? It's a stupid show. How many marriages have ended because of it?
I would probably say a couple, to be quite honest with you, when you look back and go, Jesus, it could be. But, I mean, for those uninitiated with what it was a popular program. And as the name implies, two families would swap wives or mothers from very different backgrounds. I think that's the whole selling point of it. You had chalk and cheese with these different people. Now, this premise wasn't as straightforward as it sounded, because it ran for 124 episodes and the producers were always trying to mix things up and make it a little bit fresh, because obviously the same shit over and over would just be like Big Brother or some shit like that.
Yeah, so, it was always like you swap Lady Plumbob of Smithson Manor in Berkshire with Sandra from a council estate in Peterlee.
Yeah, definitely.
And you always loved Sandra better.
Yeah.
Because you thought that
she was down
posh
to earth.
top. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it did throw up issues, like the time in November 2005, Jeffrey Bedford sued them for trying to swap his wife for a gay gentleman.
I mean,
so
it's wife swap.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, tell me you're homophobic without actually telling me you're homophobic. I'm going to sue this company.
Well, yeah, what difference would that make anyway? I mean, he's not having sex with said gay guy, said gay wife, so...
I think maybe Jeffrey thought he would be doing something more.
You don't get those added benefits, you just get her to go, well, you live in a shithole, let's clean this up. Because that's always what it was, wasn't it? It was always either like, it was the posh woman going, oh, you shop at Aldi? No, I don't think so. I don't like this at all. And the council estate woman going, this is fucking mint, this. Look at the class. I love this. Class this. They've got a bath with a fucking jacuzzi in it. A fucking jacuzzi?
They shop at Marks and Spencer's. Fucking hell.
A car door on the drive. A car door. Wait did I tell Janine when I get back home?
There was also an episode like that where Alicia Gustafaro was actually bullied and verbally abused in the street because she acted like a spoilt brat on the show, but this was an angle that the producers pushed her into.
Oh.
And they actively encouraged her to act out rather than be herself. But
Did they though?
I mean, I think it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, to be honest with you. If you're going on this show, you're going on TV and you want to make a splash, you're crying out for attention.
Yeah.
Really.
I just don't think, like, if I was going to be in front of the cameras and I was still trying to be myself, as it were, I wouldn't be somebody that I wasn't normally, but a little bit more exaggerated. So if I was a bitch normally, I would be a bitch. But if I was just like just ordinary, I'd just be a bit more animated. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's your personality, but it's just like up a little bit, isn't it? They just level it up.
You haven't got a personality transplant when you're suddenly on TV, because that's acting, and that you don't do that on reality TV unless you're the Kardashians.
Yeah. Oh, Geordie Shore.
Geordie Shore.
So the basic premise is the wife or mother has to live with a new family for 2 weeks. Now, in the first week, the mother has to, gay man, has to abide by the family that she's moved into rules. And then in the second week, everything goes out the window and this mother, wife, gay man can enforce their own rules. So the Tonkovich family were easygoing. They were chilled. One of their kids was called Tivik and was a white rapper.
Is this the posh family?
No.
This is the poor family.
Side.
Right, okay.
Well, this is the family. I mean, the
Middle
family,
class.
Laurie. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Laurie, her husband, John, daughter, Megan, and Tivik, they all partied together. They would have friends round. They would all be, if they went out together, they wouldn't really mind about expressing themselves. Yeah, one of them. And the family that they were swapping with were the Stockdale family. Now, these were a conservative family from Ohio. Kathy, her husband Timothy, and their sons Calvin, Charles, Jacob, and James had a family bluegrass band that toured around a local area playing shows and state fairs.
I'm not sure at this point
Ohio.
which family is better.
I think in the next sentence you will find out which one is. Yeah, anyway. The Stockdale children were homeschooled, and Kathy said on the show that we don't allow any cussing. I think that dating has physical dangers like pregnancy. It's not worth it.
She's not
It's
wrong.
important we have control over their character and education. In fairness, she's got 4 fucking kids. The other family's got 2. So
she dated a lot when.
Yeah. Who's the one with issues here? So in the second week, when Laurie Tonkovich was let loose with her crazy rules of letting the conservative Stockdale kids watch TV and play video games.
I bet the kids thought it was amazing.
No, they didn't.
What?
Timothy, the father, categorically said no to this. And even after Laurie assured the kids that this was the game that the producers wanted them to play, Jacob ran out of the house crying and told her if he did play video games and watch TV, his parents would tell him that he would go to hell. Now,
Jesus goes down there once a week to play video games. You know, even Jesus doesn't like to get away from video games. Video games are life.
Yeah. I'll just give you all one guess about who may be the titular character in this story. 9 years later, and in 2017, police were called to the Stockdale house after a report of gunshots.
Wait, they had guns?
Yeah.
Jesus would not be okay with that.
Well, I know. This is weird. They can't play video games, but they can have shotguns in
No.
the house.
I'm standing
It's in
up
the
for Jesus
Constitution.
when I say that
Yeah,
Jesus would not. No. Jesus is sick of your shit.
yeah. Apparently, Jesus wrote the Constitution, though, so they could have the Second Amendment.
Oh, right, okay.
So Jacob had taken a shotgun to his mother and his older brother. As police pulled up to the residency, they heard a gunshot, and when they entered, they found Jacob bleeding from the head. They investigated further, and as they moved further into the house, they found his mother Catherine and his brother James dead in the house. Now, amazingly, Jacob survived his self-inflicted shotgun blast to the face
What an
somehow.
idiot.
And after 18 months of reconstruction and recovery, he was finally put on trial for the double murder. Now, he did at first plead guilty by reason of insanity. He was remanded to a mental health facility for 2 years. He had no recollection of the events that led up to what happened and the aftermath. Now, it's very, very... Okay, he's had a serious brain injury, obviously, because he shot himself in the face. And when you see the pictures and the court videos, he is, I'd like to say confused, but he comes across as very obstructive.
Of course he's confused. He killed his parents and shot himself in the face badly.
Yeah, but he comes across as obstructive because he doesn't answer the judge's questions, and it took quite a lot of time for a psychologist to sign off that he was actually fit for trial. He wasn't insane at the time of these murders. Obviously because he's got so much head trauma and he's got half a face, well, not half a face, but he's got injuries, but he just seems like a little bit of a shit.
It sounded like he was a little bit like that way before any of this, though. Like, it sounded like he was a bit confused when he was on Wife Swap. Like, yeah, who runs out of their house crying because they're told that they can play video games and do what the fuck they want?
Yeah.
That's a bit too much Jesus in. That's what that happened.
Exactly. I mean, I think he was confused about, because I think he was only 9 when the Wife Swap took part. So he was a very impressionable age, and he'd not had any outside influences. He was homeschooled. They didn't date. They only saw other people either at church or at the fairs that they toured round. So they didn't have any interaction without the parents being there.
So basically, if his brothers had died and his dad had died, then his mum died, not through him, he would have been Ed Gein.
Yeah.
Because he didn't really have any outside influences, and he was all mumsy and Christian, and girls are bad, sex is bad, dating's bad, fun is bad.
It was indeed, yeah. I mean, when Jacob was considered to fit enough to stand trial, and bearing in mind this was like 4 years after the actual murder took place because of his reconstruction surgery and his rehabilitation, let's say, in the mental hospital, he was sentenced to 2 15-year sentences to run consecutively. So
that's not very long.
That is 30 years. He'll be
long.
60 by the time he gets out.
So he can still get out and get his free bus pass? That pisses me off.
Well, if that pisses you off, his father and his brothers have forgiven Jacob for what he's done. And when he's released, they will accept him back as part of the family. They also went on to say that they believe knowing Kathy and James as the people that they were, they would have forgiven Jacob for what he did to them. I mean, he fucking killed him, so they'd be pissed off at least.
This sounds like an even worse Von Trapp family. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that is exactly what it is. They don't want to see the writing on the wall. They like, the kid had issues, because of part of the reason why he was brought up. And
What?
now you're still forcing your beliefs onto him, even though he doesn't really have that going on.
Yeah, don't ram it down their throat. Okay, I'm on board with some of the views of the Christians. Like, I'm not religious on any level, clearly, but be nice to people, do the right thing. I mean, I guess it's not just Christian values; it's just being a good person, okay? But being the kind of Christian or any religion where they ram it down their kids' throats, that fucks me off. No, how about you just let them decide what religion they want to be, or you know? Yeah. Maybe they don't want to be Christian. Maybe they don't want to be because Christians are fucking homophobic. Maybe they don't want to be Christians. Maybe they want to be Jews. Maybe they want to be fucking Hindus. I don't know how easy it is to be a Hindu if you're a Christian. Probably very hard unless you, I don't know, marry in? Can you just be a Hindu?
I mean...
You could be a Buddhist. You could just be a Buddhist, can't you?
Anything that you want to be, as long as you open your mind up to it. It's not really that...
Well, there you go, then.
Open your mind up to it. But if you've had it ran down your throat from day one,
yeah,
it's harder to transition. And I mean, especially with no contact with the outside world and being told that if you see a girl, if you talk to a girl in the street, you're going to go to hell. If you play a video game, you're going to go to hell. Why are you bringing up your kids with that kind of hate towards them? Well, if you do this, it is wrong.
But then they're never going to procreate. So then they're never going to have a family legacy.
Well, I think it'd be kind of...
Oh, it'd be a good thing.
An arranged marriage, as they meet, their parents know someone from church and they get thrown into that kind of...
Fucking boring.
Yeah.
You know what it is, right? It's so, I don't understand the whole Puritan behaviour. Do you know what happened to the Puritans? They fucking died out.
Yeah.
Because no one wanted to be like them. Okay, they are party poopers. No one wants to be a Puritan. So the whole, don't play video games, don't sleep with girls, don't even look at a girl, don't have fun, don't smile. Don't smile, never smile.
Indeed,
you know?
yeah.
But no. Let's just leave the Puritans where they were when they fucking died out for being boring twats.
Exactly. There was a reason that religion didn't carry on into the 18th century because they were fucking idiots.
Yes, they were.
They didn't breed. They all died out.
Oh.
But yeah, this is. I think this is one of them situations where a child having a sheltered life and access to firearms is not a good situation.
I don't understand how that is how the two coincide. How can you be all Puritan and shit and then have a gun?
Because...
It's like these people that let their 2 and 3-year-olds, look, this is a gun, have a go, and they shoot themselves or their sibling in the face. And it's I don't know what you thought was going to happen. Why did you think that was a good idea? It's a terrible idea.
It's like...
What year was this?
So this was 2017.
So is homeschooling even still... I didn't even think homeschooling was, allowed. I didn't even think it was legal.
Oh, no, you can do it for any particular reason. Can
you do it in this country as well?
Yeah.
Oh, my parents are bastards. They sent me to school.
Do you know what? I don't know 100% about this country. You need to fill in forms to do it, and you need to be up to a certain standard, I think. But it's not fucking primary school level teacher standard.
I don't agree with that. I don't think you should be allowed to be homeschooled.
I don't think you should. I think you should just live your life as a fucking kid and enjoy yourself.
I mean, okay, your parents might go, well, I know more than the teachers, and probably in some cases they might be right, because some teachers are shit. But you're not getting that human interaction that you get in school. You're not building your social skills.
Oh, yes.
So,
no, that's the thing.
You might be Einstein, but you're also Ed Gein.
Yeah. You need, as a child, you need to learn how to build friendship.
Yeah.
When you're an adult, you can fucking stop doing that. That's your choice to not move and just make friends on the web. That is your absolute choice. But when you're a child, you should at least learn the basics of going up to someone and going, hello, my name is da-da, and having that conversation and having that interaction.
Yeah.
And being around kids and being a fucking kid and just playing and burning off your excess energy.
Yeah.
Rather than going, no, you get up at this time, you do that, you do that, you do that, and then that's it.
I mean...
Which is what...
It's a little bit like they were fucking... It's like being a hamster, isn't it? You live in a little cage all day, every day. Your routine's the same, and that's... Can't even go outside.
This is it, but this is how I think these people who have these children and look after every aspect of their life see these children. They see them as pets. They don't see them as people who will grow up to be functioning adults. They see them as, I will tell you from what happens now until the day you die, or I die, which will probably happen first because obviously.
Yeah.
But they just see them as either accessories, in the case of some reality stars, aforementioned, or pets as like, or maybe not even pets, but like, this is what I wanted to do when I was being brought up. I never had this opportunity, so I'm going to live my life
through you, molding
and
them,
I'm going to have another life.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like John Joe Benet.
Between John Benet Ramsey.
John Benet Ramsey, yes.
Don't know who John Joe Benet is.
So,
yes.
Someone off the estate.
Someone down the road from mine. Yes, John Benet Ramsey, yes. And instead you end up with children that never shop in New Look. They make their own clothes out of your best curtains.
Yeah, and this is why we've got a generation of fucking idiots.
Snowflakes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Coming up. So, I hope you're happy, fucking Generation Z or whoever you fucking are.
We're on Gen Z. Yeah.
But...
Gen Z that don't know who Jerry Halliwell is.
Yeah. And the 60% of you, or whatever the statistic is, that don't know what the Holocaust is. You're all fucking idiots.
Get educated. Stop making clothes out of curtains and watch some educational YouTube videos. You like YouTube? Watch YouTube.
Yeah. On that note, like, subscribe and comment. And
we'll only have old people following us.
Helps the algorithm. Check us out on TikTok.
Have we even put anything on TikTok recently?
No,
I don't even know how to use it. I don't know how to use it. I should get a young person on it to do it for me.
Yeah.
Hey Gen Z, come on,
we've had a Snapchat since last year. We even logged onto it.
Oh.
Yes.
I don't know how to be interesting. Okay. In short.
On that
bites.
bombshell. On that bombshell. This has been the MO podcast with me, Consummation Sam.
And me, Atreya.
Thank you all so much for joining us, and we shall see you next time.
Bye.
The MO podcast. The MO podcast. The MO podcast. The MO podcast.